Hi, everyone. So great to be here at NFT.NYC for another year. My name is Dan Kinsley. I'm the CEO of Mojito. We've created the sweetest way to mint NFTs. We help brands such as Sotheby's and CAA navigate the NFT space. We are seeing a transformation. So just as we saw monetary assets navigate from fiat into Web3, in the form of ERC-20s, we are also seeing rights and IPs go from Web 2 into Web 3 as NFTs and sold as digital goods. This is an enormous business model transformation for brands, an enormous opportunity. It has tremendous benefits over selling traditional physical goods. There's lower cost. You don't need to keep an item in a warehouse. You don't need to ship it. You have access to a global audience, and you can see at any point in time who owns your goods, and even further, you can capture secondary royalties perpetually, even after the primary sale. And this is just a tremendous new way of conducting business and engaging audiences. And this trend is only going to accelerate because we're spending more and more time online, and our relationships are digitally native. We have people that we know that we only know on Twitter, or we only know as their gamer tag or whatever. And as we spend more time online, we're expressing our identity more in digitally native ways. The obvious way that we're seeing now is profile pictures, but this will continue into wearables and things we haven't even thought of as humans strive to express their identity in themselves online. So for a brand, you really, oh no, my GIF disappeared. So as a brand, you have to have a strategy for how you want to address your audience, lest they drink your proverbial milkshake, which was my GIF. Actually, everything's gone now. I think I broke it. Oh, there we go. Oh no, we're back at the beginning. There we go, and there we go. Okay, so your strategy. If your strategy is to shill some low-effort NFTs on your community, you're gonna have a really bad time. You must think about your audience, and you must build long-term value for your community. And there's many different ways that you can go about this, and it comes down to what your goals are. So let's say your goal is to reward your day ones, your OG super fans. Think about doing an airdrop, giving it away for free to your top people, and they're going to evangelize your brand. Maybe tie it to give them access to IRL experiences. Maybe you want to bring new people into your brand or spread some virality. Consider doing a PFP, like a 10K PFP thing, or like a generative mint that will spread virally, hopefully, introducing new people to your brands. Perhaps you want to elevate your brand status, give that concept of luxury. Maybe do like a one-of-one kind of high-value edition that you can sell on Sotheby's Metaverse or Super Rare. Ultimately, there is countless ways to do this, but it comes down to your audience and your goals. So think carefully about how you do that and how you want what you're trying to solve. That being said, brands and companies have just a whole other set of challenges that individual creators just don't face. One, your brand is your greatest asset, and you must be very careful about how you're handling it. So, for example, if you're planning to sell on an open marketplace, you are giving over a lot of control of your brand. Who do you want to be handling your customer support, for example? How are you going to remarket or contact the people that are buying your products? So you can consider a white label marketplace, so you can really control the end-to-end experience. Or these are some things you have to think through. This is the controversial one. KYC is coming. I don't think it's an if, I think it's a when. And brands and companies just have you must take a much more conservative approach. So make sure you're really understanding like what you're getting into from a regulatory perspective, getting your CFO comfortable with potentially holding crypto on your balance sheets. But ultimately, KYC is coming, and also taxes. The tax man cometh soon. Also, user adoption. So think of your audience. They're very likely not crypto native. So how are you going to onboard them to sell these awesome new NFTs that you're bringing to market? There's solutions. There's custodial wallets. But ultimately, you need to make sure that if you do some sort of custodial solution, that they could take it off platform if they want. Otherwise, it's why are we even doing it on the blockchain? So there's like onboarding for your audience, but also for your brand yourself or for the company. For an individual creator, you can use hardware wallets and MetaMask. But if you're a company, who's ultimately controlling these keys? What if they leave the organization? So really think through like multi-sig wallets can help mitigate that by having multiple signers, or some sort of like role-based access control. So the person that's like entering the copy for like the NFTs might not necessarily need to be the same person that is controlling the assets. And I mean, this kind of builds on the last one, but you need to like just consider like if you're building on a platform, like what is your platform, like is it locking you in, or what happens if you leave your vendor? Are you stuck on that vendor? What if your layer 1 goes bust? Build on Ethereum, you should be all right. Don't worry about that. And we know that like. Not your keys, not your crypto. It's also not your contract, not your collection. So make sure, I think we're seeing people are moving away from, like shared mint, like super contracts. Make sure that you have your own smart contract. That's very important. And I mean, this should be obvious at this point, I hope, but make sure you're using standard compliant ERC 721s. Don't try to get creative. So brands are coming. Brands are bringing their audience. This is great for the crypto community. We're going to see just much more people using these tools. We have some UX challenges that we still need to work through. We're getting there, but we welcome brands to our community. So that's it for me. My name's Dan. I'm from Mojito. If you want to help bring the next 1 million people into crypto, we're hiring, so please come find me. Thanks, everyone.